Oh, what's up guys, AOC Dinho here and welcome to a new video. It's been a while, but today we are going to do using a team viewers team video again. Today got this team from our boy Udin, and yeah, it's a bit of a different team than we usually see. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I don't think you'll get high ranking with this team. This is a team you'll most likely face in the lower ladders. And yeah, if you really want to win, I don't advise playing something like this. But we can go over this team. If you want to have fun, then obviously you can play this team. But I'm not doing this series to play things you want me to play. I'm doing this series to help you improve your team. And yeah, if you're playing something, if you're bringing this on the ladder, I don't think you'll get really far. Obviously you can win quite a few games, of course you can, but nah, this is not the team for a consistent win, and this is why. Because looking at this team, we have an Absol with scope lands, and it's an adamant nature, so it's an offensive Absol. We're not using a choice item, we're using a scope lens, but we're missing the sword stance. This Absol, even though it can crit through things, it's not gonna break walls. It's lacking sword stance. Something like a Hippowdon, even if we get crits, we'll complete a wall this. So in that sense, I don't think this is the ideal set. Like what you could do, if you don't necessarily need Psycho Cut, and even if you run Psycho Cut, it's not gonna kill Weezing unless you have sword stance. So in that sense, I can understand Sucker Punch obviously because of the priority. But if you're running a set without a choice item, like a choice card or choice band, I would advise running the sword stance. So in that sense, maybe dropping the Psycho Cut, maybe dropping the Night Slash, but Night Slash is there with the scope lens, so I can definitely see that one. But this Absol is not gonna break through walls, and it's usually slower than other offensive Pokemon unless it uses Sucker Punch. So in this sense, I don't think this is gonna be the one. Yeah, scope lens plus super luck does give us some crit opportunities, but I'm not sure if this is 100% crit. I don't believe so. I know focus energy plus scope lens is 100% crit, but we'll just have to see. Next up we have a Superior. Actually changed the names from Raperior and Superior. Yeah, you swapped the names. Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, Hidden Power, Fire substitute, so there's no glare on this one. There's no leech. It is substitute, and we're using White Lens. I mean, White Lens is only there for Leaf Storm if we don't want to miss Leaf Storms, but I don't really like this threat because, yeah, of course we're gonna be hitting our Leaf Storms. That's cool, but in a meta where we're face high Hippowdons, Tyrannitars, and not having leftovers recovery, coming in on Stealth Rock and Spikes, no defog on our team, Superior is gonna be on a timer always. So I do think we need the leftovers. And if you want to go for a bit of a more offensive spread, you can use something like Metronome. Most of the case, leftovers over White Lens is what I usually prefer, especially because we don't have defog on our team. So that's a bit of a that might be a bit of a struggle point, especially if our opponent has something to come in on Leaf Storm, on this Raperior in general. Think about something like Mandibus or Golbat or Crobat. Then this Pokemon just gets damage every time, and we cannot play around with Glare there. We do have the Dragon Pill, so it is there for coverage. But yeah, we're gonna run out of steam quickly with this Raperior. Next we have Arcanine. Arcanine with Toxic, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, and this one has a Careful nature. Toxic there to wear down Pokemon. Spadef, Arcanine with with 3 offensive moves. This one is also gonna run out of steam quickly. We're running the Toxic, but there's no Morning Sun on this, so again, we're using an Arcanine without removing entry hazards, and we don't have Morning Sun on our Arcanine, so Arcanine is gonna get worn down really quickly once our opponent gets up Stealth Rock. So in that sense, it is cool there for Scizor. But if we have to switch this in on Scizor and Scizor clicks U-turn and they have Stealth Rock up, it's just gonna be a matter of time before our Arcanine is going to die to the Scizor. And we have Fagrigus. This one has Toxic Spikes, Hex, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split. So in this sense, we are using Toxic Spikes, but yeah, in a meta where Weezing is really common. That's the thing as well, if Weezing lays down on Toxic Spikes, we don't have a Poison type on our team, so we cannot remove the Toxic Spikes. And we don't have Defog or Rapid Spin on our team, so we cannot remove Toxic Spikes anyway. And look at our team. Superior doesn't have leftovers, so it's gonna be on a timer. Arcanine doesn't have Morning Sun, so he's on the timer then as well. Rapira is using Assault Gear, Assault Vest, so he'll be on a timer, and the same goes for Cofagrigus. We do have the Pain Split. Yeah, that would be annoying to face as well. And Weezing is so common, especially with Toxic Spikes, that yeah, this is not gonna work out well for us if we are really trying to climb with this team. Next up we have Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn with Leech Seed, Protect, Stealth Rock, Toxic. So this Ferrothorn actually doesn't have any attacks. Using Leech Seed, so if we're facing something like let's say a substitute Superior, yeah, we won't be able to break the sub. And who's going to do it? We bring in Arcanine, which doesn't have Morning Sun, so we're gonna get glared, and they're just gonna attack us and switch out, and eventually we will go down. We have to speed die with Repair because our team is quite slow, so we have to speed die with an opposing Superior. And same goes for switching into Weavile. It's gonna be difficult. If Ferrothorn comes in on Icicle Spear, we won't be able to damage him, so he can use Icicle Spear us again. So that's gonna be a bit annoying. And lastly, we have Rapirier. And the thing with Ferrothorn as well is we can switch it in on Kabutops. We don't damage him, so if he clicks that superpower on us, we cannot retaliate with something. The best thing we can do is click Leech Seed or Toxic. So I would advise removing the Toxic there. You already have it on Arcanine, you already have the Will-O-Wisp here. But Ferrothorn is just going to become setup fodder. If we're facing a Swords Dance Gliscor, guys, we get smoked. Because Absol will do shit to him, because we won't be able to set up before our Gliscor comes in, and then Gliscor gets a free Swords Dance. The only thing Superior can only do damage him, but if Gliscor is already Swords Danced up, then we're gonna take a bunch from Facade. We don't have leftovers, so if we come in on Stealth Rock or Spikes and they click that Facade once on us, we're gonna be super low, or even die, depending on how many Swords Dances the Gliscor gets. So it's gonna be really rough in that case. And we cannot even use Ferrothorn to weaken him with something like combination of Leech Seed and Power Whip, because if Gliscor clicks Roost and we click Power Whip, it becomes super effective. Added with the Leech Seed damage, we can pressure the Gliscor, but now we won't be able to. And lastly, we have Rapirier, Assault Gear. I assume this is gonna be careful. It's Impish with defensive nade. Okay. So in this sense, it's gonna be a bit of a defensive Rapirier with Assault Vest. Can be cool in certain situations. Maybe against something like Hydreigon, this Pokemon can help. But yet again, this Rapirier is gonna be on a timer as well. So if we come in on rocks or spikes, we won't be able to recover it because we don't have leftovers. And yeah, in general, what is the win condition on this team? The only win condition is clicking Leaf Storm with the Superior, but we don't have anything on this team that aids the Superior, because we're using Stealth Rock. Like, once Ferrothorn lays down the Stealth Rock, this Pokemon becomes kind of useless. So wouldn't it be better to put up Spikes? And if we're using this as a physical defensive Pokemon, like Garchomp and such, why not remove the Assault Gear, put on leftovers, and put Stealth Rock on this Pokemon instead, so we do have every form of hazards, and maybe that'll force our opponent to remove the the Stealth Rock with defog so that they maybe defog for us. And make this like a especially defensive Ferrothorn, because we already have Cophagricus as well, and we have this guy with the Intimidate. Then now you basically use 3 yeah, you have 2 physical and 2 special and 2 physical walls, but I don't count Arcanine as a wall, especially because it doesn't have the Morning Sun. So in that sense, either remove close combat or remove extreme speed. Since we're not using this as an offensive mon, we already have the priority in Sucker Punch there. So that's the thing. Are we trying to wall break? Are we trying to sweep with this team? Are we trying to wear down this Pokemon? I don't see the win condition. Are we trying to wear down our opponents with Toxic and then stalling them out? We don't have Morning Sun. Are we trying to set up with a Pokemon? No, we don't have Swords Dance on Absol. Are we trying to overpower our opponent? No, there's no choice band user on this team. There's no choice packs. And against offensive threats, we don't have speed control on this team because Superior is our fastest Pokemon. But if we face something like Weavile, our team will always be slower. And Sucker Punch won't be able to do much there. We do have extreme speed, to be noted. Superior is Superior is Solid Rock, so we can just. But yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I don't think this is a good team at all. If the goal is trying to see me play fun teams like this, I would never build something like this, in the sense that I don't see the clear win condition on this team. Because we're using Stealth Rock, so it's not even... If we had Spikes, we could play around that. But we're using Stealth Rock. Once Ferrothorn sets down Stealth Rock, he doesn't do anything anymore. Best thing he can do is Toxic and Leech Seed. Our opponent can go Chansey, Teleport, and then this Pokemon doesn't do anything. Like, they can always go Blissey or Chansey and Teleport, and we can not outplay that. And then they can get in big threats, like Chandelure, like Conkeldurr. Big threats pretty freely on our Ferrothorn, because we cannot knock them off. We cannot Power Whip them on the Teleport, so they take a bit of chip, so that Absol or Superior can take them out later on. And yeah, the builder of this team, he probably didn't know what to do with the Arcanine. He wanted to fulfill multiple roles, but it's better to have the Pokemon fulfill certain role, not multiple roles, because you're trying to wear down your opponent while doing damage, and you have to go with either one. So if you wanna go for these offensive moves, just make it adamant. And if you want to surprise something with Toxic, you can. But then at least make this an adamant, so we actually have some damage on this team. But yeah, with Flash Fire, we can come in on something like Volcarona. But like I said, we also have Superior. We always have Rhyperior with the Soul Gear. So it's just not clear to me whether my opponent wants to be a bit more defensive or actually like I said in the beginning, it's not clear to me whether my the builder wants to wear down the opponent or actually overpower it, because he's using a defensive spread with offensive moves. Kind of doesn't make any sense to me. And there are many Pokemon that can fulfill these roles much better. Like I said, Mienshao fulfills this role a bit better. Weavile fulfills the Absol role much better. And yeah, Arcanine. If you want to use his Arcanine, commit to a defensive set and use Morning Sun on him, and with one offensive move or maybe 2 offensive moves. Arcanine can also make use of Teleport, so we actually have something to get in our Superior without switching it into an attack, because we don't have leftovers, so every bit of damage is going to be permanent on the Superior. So why not remove, let's say, a close combat, right? And you and remove extreme sweep and put morning sun and teleport on it. The things that resist flare blitz are water and rock type Pokemons, but we can still click toxic on them, and then get in either Rhyperior or Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn to get up rocks, or Rhyperior to get up a big hit on our opponent. Go something like that, you know. Then the build would be a bit more solid, in my opinion. And Rhyperior, we're using it with an Impish nature, but why not commit him, like make the Arcanine like a defensive set with Morning Sun and Teleport, make Superior like a fully offensive Rhyperior with max attack, but keep the Soul Care on him. But that way we have some damage with Rhyperior, because Rhyperior actually has a really high attack stat. And then replace Absol for a Weavile or something. Because if you want to make a full Absol team, you gotta build better around it. Then the Pokemon around it should really try to support out the Absol. But this team doesn't really support. The only form of support is Stealth Rock and Wisping offensive Pokemon. But Absol is so frail, not gonna help much in burning certain Pokemon. And yeah, Absol will always get revenge killed as well, with Mach Punch and Pokemon that outspeeding it. There are many Pokemon that actually outspeed up the Absol. He's definitely not there. He's not there for OU. It's not a good OU, man. I think even Crocodile is outclassing this Pokemon. Because it's too slow. And yeah, this one is lacking Sword Stance, so it's not even breaking. It's not even able to wall break. Because if you want to use this as a wall breaker, use Sword Stance so you can soften certain walls, so Superior can actually sweep. But that's gonna be my analysis on it. I'm really not trying to sound mean, but I'm really trying to give good feedback. And for some, if you want to win, if your goal is to win and climb the ranks, then you shouldn't play this. If you want to have fun and use Pokemon you'd like just to have fun, then keep playing this. But yeah, that's gonna be my feedback to you. And yeah, thank you for sending you the team. I'm gonna still play a few battles. Hope you guys are excited about it. Yeah, I'm gonna pause the video and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. Let's see what we'll face. Okay, so there's the Swallow. We do have a period there with a Soul Care. Luckily, it looks like our opponent doesn't have Stealth Rock on his team. It's Beersong, and he doesn't seem to be able to remove our Stealth Rock. And here's the thing with the Ferrothorn set: if that Gyarados is running Substitute or Taunt, it's gonna use our Ferrothorn setup for that. And this is why I would like to have the power up there over Toxic. We already have it on the Arcanine. Yeah, I don't see a clear lead on our team, unfortunately. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm gonna lead off with the Arcanine. Because I get the Intimidate off on something, and my opponent decides to lead off with the Mienshao. So I get the Intimidate here off. Oh wait, it's Flash Fire. Okay. I forgot. He's gonna fake me out. Gonna do a shitload ton because he's adamant. And I don't want to take a close combat necessarily because I want to keep this for the Volcarona. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna bring in Clefairy, because if he U-turns out, we will remove the Regenerator, and he's gonna take Life Orb Chip. We have a bit of chip on this Mienshao. Gotta keep in mind it's Fake Out, so every time our Superior comes in and he comes in, he gets a free Fake Out on us. But now, Focus Band. Focus Band. I'm gonna use Rhyperior here. The Dark Pulse, and let's see how well we take this. too well. That might be Specs. Does he have a switch for us? Stone Edge here. I mean, Avalanche seems pretty decent too. Is he? Okay, I'm definitely gone. Okay, we live. We get the Avalanche off. And we barely miss out on the kill. Okay, he's gonna Focus Blast again. Do I need this? He's gonna Dark Pulse me. Could have Hammer on, but the thing is, he has he has Gyarados as well. I wanted to be able to hit Gyarados, because like I said, I cannot damage him with Ferrothorn. As he clicks Flamethrower, that's obviously going to kill us, but what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna bring in the Superior. And I'm clicking... I'm clicking Dragon Pulse in case he goes full Corona. Because I'm forced to swap out next turn anyway. Making it so fucking tough against this. And I'm gonna bring in the Arcanine. And yeah, no, offensive Arcanine can still do the same thing. Flash Fire. And I'm gonna click Toxic here, anticipating the Gyarados to come in. Or it goes Float Soul. We do hit the Toxic, and this is an opportunity to get up the Stealth Rock, which means Hydreigon is finally going to die. My opponent has a bunch of offensive threats. He misses Aqua, so it doesn't matter. I would have actually liked him to hit that attack, so he takes Iron Barb damage. But now I'm gonna get up the Stealth Rock as he Aqua Tails again. Yeah. Get up my rocks. And I don't see a reason to switch here. I'm just gonna go for Leech. As he's forced to switch out, goes into Volcarona as I get up the Leech. Amazing. And we connect our attack. And I'm just gonna be bringing in the Arcanine. And this is a moment where it would have been nice to have the teleport on his Arcanine. Because there's nothing this Volcarona is going to do to me. And that's an opportunity to get in Superior on a potential switch. Because I don't want to be double switching here. I definitely don't. I'm just going to go for Toxic since we already got up the rocks. In case, yeah, see, if I doubled there into Superior, I would just die. I'm just going to Toxic here. And like a teleport would just be so freaking nice there. I am going for the extreme speed here. Because I don't want to take unnecessary damage. And then leftovers will get me close to full. So we knock out the Volcarona. Now Gyarados does end up coming in. Since we are fairly Spadef. Well, he already did the job. Gonna hope that we actually live Waterfall. Because the priority here is to get off the Toxic. We are... Okay, that's unfortunate. I would have definitely taken that trade. I really hope this is not Taunt or Substitute. Because then I just lost the game. Goes into me and Shao, okay. So it's... He might not have the thing, but I get off my Toxic here. And... Seeing that we don't have a really bad matchup with this, I'm gonna Protect here. As he goes for Jump Kick. Like, this is a noob. But still. Gonna be bringing in the Pythagoras here as he hard switches. Nothing really threatens me much. Like, he goes Hydreigon, but he's gonna die to rocks. And I should be getting a bit of leftovers recovery, getting back to full HP as well. But yeah, our team is going to be really difficult to pilot. Well, there's no point in getting up toxic spikes. And my opponent decides to forfeit. Don't get much from him. I'm gonna try to get in another game and let's see if we can find like a real opponent right now. Because then we are just gonna have a really tough battle, I can guarantee you that. Okay, this seems like a legit team, and yeah. He has the Gliscor. If that's Swords Dance Gliscor, we're just gonna be in for so much pain. He has a Rotom, which is gonna be annoying as well. And the thing is, and this is gonna be tough. It's super tough. What I'll do, I'm gonna lead Ferret, and if he leads Rotom, I'm gonna pivot into Rhyperior. Because I don't think I need the Soul Care on Rhyperior. If he gives me a Choice Scarf, I might be able to outpace. I might be able to outpace the Empoleon and hit it later on. But my opponent leads off with Volcarona. That's definitely not ideal. Oh, gonna be bringing in this. And the thing is, Gliscor comes in on me every time. Do I click Flare Blitz here and go for Toxic? Hopefully he doesn't go Gliscor. That would be ideal. He knows I'm Flash Fire, so he might think I'm offensive. And if he goes Gliscor, he might get 2-hit killed. So maybe something like Rotom or Starmie comes in there. I have to go off that. And ideally, I keep Stealth Rocks away. But I don't think I can prevent Stealth Rock in this game. However, if I get up Toxic Spikes, I can I can pressure him to defog for me, because it's gonna annoy Volcarona and obviously Mienshao. It's gonna annoy Starmie to a certain extent. I would have to spin block every time against it. And my opponent does end up going into the Rotom, so that works out really well for us. We do connect our Toxic. And let's see if this is leftovers. I'm not sure. Kinda want to bring in Rhyperior here. I do have the Solid Rock, but I'm 4 times weak to Hydro Pump. And I don't know if he's in a position to actually, because if he tricks me, that would be annoying. Would be really annoying. Wait, actually, I can't. I am going this. I will still get up Stealth Rock in that sense. Oh, it's Reflect. Okay. That's manageable, I guess. I don't have much damage on my team anyway. But Reflect, that's interesting. It's not gonna be Trick at least, so it's likely he didn't get leftovers. But Stealth Rock is gonna help against Volcarona. Goes for Light Screen now. I don't know if he's Volt Switch. But I feel like I get a free lead sheet off anyway. Yeah, he is Volt Switch. Could have protected, but he could have hard swapped there. And lead sheet is gonna gain me anything anyway. Especially if I hit Starmie. If I hit Starmie, I'm definitely going into my Pythagoras to spin block. But he decides to go Mienshao. So I get off my leech. That's great. And I'm just clicking protect there. As he tries to U-turn. And I'm gonna click toxic now. U-turns again. And hopefully I catch Volcarona coming in, but I don't think so. Maybe I'm also trying to catch Starmie just in case. And he goes Empoleon, and yeah, I could have clicked Leech, but I wanted to gain something in case he did try to Hydro me, to attack me there. So I'm leeching here. And now he gets up rocks, and yeah, like I said, I don't have anything to remove these rocks, so my Arcanine is gonna be on a timer always. And I can definitely see my opponent trying to go for a Skull Burn there. That's the thing. If I go Superior now and go for Leaf Storm, no, I need some damage on this. How am I doing this? Okay. Leech again. I should not die to this. And he knows I have Protect. I'm also wearing down the screens. So I'm gonna Leech again. I have a Cofagrigus and I have Protect. Trying to play a bit more aggressively here. But I'm trying to make something happen, waiting for a mistake on his part. But I don't think he's gonna close combat again. Oh, never mind, he did. Okay. However, this does give me an opportunity to get in Superior now. I did get up my rocks. Other than that, I was also waiting for the light screen to end. But I think I am able to 2-hit KO the Empoleon from here. At least I'm getting a kill now. Because I got up rocks against Volcarona. He's Choice Scarfed. Yeah. I didn't know. And I don't have leftovers to... I thought I saw Life Orb, but I guess that's a mistake. I wasn't paying much attention there, to be honest. But Starmie is coming in. I'm living one more Stealth Rock hit though. So I'm gonna go Cofagrigus because I'm not gonna let him Rapid Spin me. I can Pain Split on the next turn. But I think I'm never killing the Gliscor. I'm never killing the Gliscor. With this team, unfortunately. I needed Superior for this. My awareness was a bit off. I should have known he was going to be. I have nothing that outspeeds him as well, man. It's so painful. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. I should have known he was Choice Scarfed. We didn't see Life Orb, so my awareness was really off there. But I'm just gonna get this. Okay, he was actually max HP. Well, it wasn't max HP. I am going to go for Toxic Spikes though. Because he's gonna set up his screens. Meanwhile, he's gonna... I don't know if he's going for Light Screen as well. Reflect as well. I don't know what his last attack is. Can I still win? I don't think I ever killed Gliscor, to be honest. Superior is still outside of Stealth Rock range. I'm just gonna go for the Hex here. Pain Split, Volt Switch, double screens, I see. Okay. Getting leftovers here. I still feel like I'm going to lose to Gliscor unless he lets me burn him. Starmie is going to be poisoned. Volcarona is going to be poisoned. He has forced to go Empoleon here. The way to beat Empoleon, I think we do have close combat on Absol. If we had Sword Stance, we might have been able to... Okay. Does he have Protect on this? I think he has. Substitute, okay. But Sub-Toxic. Yeah, I don't beat this. I don't beat this. The best thing I can do is keep him low. That's the best thing I can do. It might be Sub-Toxic Protect. I will always break his sub though. And I just have to hope that Absol is faster than him. But I gotta keep damage on this. Just have to make sure that he doesn't get behind the sub when my Cofagrigus dies. He might be protecting on this turn, but like I said, the priority is not letting him get the thing, and I'm also stalling out screens so I can actually damage him. There's probably protecting here. I have to rely on Absol to win this game. He's swapping out here into Empoleon, so I am going to die. And do I have X on this? I do, okay. Okay, I'm gonna commit to winning with... I'm going to commit winning with Absol in this game. So what I'll do is... clicking Earthquake here. I don't care if Gliscor comes in. I have Avalanche on this. Empoleon is irrelevant to me. And he's in kill range. He's in kill range of me, I'm pretty sure. He doesn't have Roost on this. And I cannot get Flame Bodied. I cannot get Flame Bodied by this. If Starmie Rapid Spins, it's not a big deal. But I'm never letting him do as he pleases. And I just have to hope that Absol is faster than this guy. He's running a... Why am I 250 speed? What? Whatever, man. This is such a long video. He clicks Substitute again. He's trying to recover his HP. How much PP do I have? I'm not even PP maxed. So lame. Okay, what I'll do this time, because he's gonna PP stall my Avalanche like this, since we're not PP maxed. So after his next substitute, I'm gonna go hard into Superior and click Leaf Storm. Because he doesn't have a switch into me. And I'm just gonna bank on Absol being faster, and then I hope Night Slash is just going to kill this with a crit. Because I think that the game would be over if I had Sword Stance on his Absol. I just feel like Gliscor would fit this role way better. Okay, I'm gonna make the Superior play now. On his Protect. If he clicks anything else, I will take the loss. I don't care about this. I just need the Leaf Storm damage on him so I can knock him out with Absol. He swaps out. Okay, Empoleon comes in. This might be a 2-hit KO. With rocks. Yeah, this should be a 2-hit KO. Because I should do double damage here. Oh, he might still lose. Ah, he's not gonna lose, actually. He's not gonna lose, because Starmie comes in now. I need him. A Rapid Spin on me here. Well, if he's going to Rapid Spin anyway. Because if he doesn't click Rapid Spin, I can actually win. I'm gonna go off his choke. Yeah. If he didn't click Rapid Spin, I could have sacked Superior there and then he couldn't spin against me. I made a huge error there with the Superior. Could have easily won this game. And I'm gonna click Edge here. It hits Gliscor too. Kill this still. I still think I kill Volcarona with Night Slash. But actually I don't. I don't. Goes for Ice Beam. And I miss. Ah, great. He swaps into Gliscor. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Could have gone for Avalanche there, to be honest, but I had more HP. Okay, he goes full Corona instead. Wait, Flame Body works? Oh my god. Contact move, I guess. Goes back into Gliscor, yeah. That's kind of lame. did get damage on Volk though. Yeah, what I'll do. He needs to sub air. He doesn't know I'm not PP max, so I can use this. By going Gliscor now. By going Absol now. Go for Night Slash, he might... I'm slower. Fucking hell. I'm slower. I think Flare Blitz should still do a lot. I could have easily won it if I didn't mess up with Superior. Okay, he actually does this. Still doing a bit of damage there. He's not in kill range. I'm going into Absol and click Night Slash. And bank on him not being able to kill me. Hopefully he chokes and goes Gliscor. That would be ideal. Then I win. Then I will most likely win. Oh, actually goes Folk. He cannot poison me. You might think I'm choiced. Nope. Okay. Resto Chesto. Whatever, man. I can't believe I didn't. Usually I'm more sharper than this. I'm gonna click Flare Blitz here and hope he goes Gliscor. I will knock out Starmie, so that would be okay. I would knock out Starmie with a combination of Flare Blitz into Extreme Speed. So maybe he's gonna anticipate Toxic here. And goes Gliscor. He's been going Gliscor a bunch of times against me. Actually went for Quiver Dance. How much am I gonna do here? I really messed up against Mian Shao by giving him multiple kills there, which was stupid. I have to Flare Blitz here, and I'm gonna die to Gliscor, unfortunately. Getting a I didn't want that crit. I didn't want that crit. It's now I'm in Stalrog range. Even if I crit Starmie now, if I didn't get that crit, I would have been outside of Stalrog range, and I could have just extreme speeded it, killed Volcarona. I just freaking messed up. I had a free switch into, and Absol being slower than his Gliscor is also really bad for me. Like really. But this is not gonna be a kill. I should have just gone into this. Gonna click Night Slash and Crazy Chokes. Nope. Yeah. This cannot blame this on me. This is on me. This is on me because I needed my superior. But yet again, if I had leftovers on him, if I had leftovers on superior, I'm just gonna play another game. If I had leftovers on superior, I wouldn't be on a timer like that. Because then I still had an extra turns to come in, but now he just he just sacked Empoleon, and then yeah, I was gonna die to Stalrog. But he clicked close combat. I knew I'd live, but then I could just go into Cofagrigus. So annoying. Be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I decided to not showcase the last battle. It was against a novice trainer as well. It's not that interesting. But yeah, to go back on this team, I already sent it back, by the way. But to go back on the team, it is not optimal. I'm not sure if the viewer, if he wanted to see me play Absol, if that's the reason he sent the team. But if you're really trying to climb with this team, then I don't think it's gonna be it's gonna go very well for you, and not short term at least. Maybe if you keep spamming it and learn certain sequences can help, but it's just a way of a lot of the fundamentals are missing. I would advise watching my team building video. Learn about speed control. Learn about certain archetypes. Like, what do you want with your team? Do you want it to be a more offensive team? Do you want it to be a more defensive team and win through wearing down your opponent slowly? Definitely consider these kind of things, because right now, when I look at the team, I don't see a certain win condition. You do have superior as a sweeper, but you don't have enough to facilitate him. You need certain things to weaken Pokemon. So yeah, Stealth Rock is definitely important. Having spikes would be really important there as well. Removing toxic spikes so superior can actually do something. So either having a poison type on your team or having an option to remove poison heal. The toxic spikes would be really helpful. And yeah, due to him not having leftovers, it's just you don't get any recovery, and yeah, that's gonna be really painful later on, because all they need to do is chip you down and into bullet punch range, for example, of a Scizor. And Superior's gone, and yeah, the Absol doesn't have any setup, so in that sense, something like Weavile comes in, resisting the Sucker Punch, knocking him out. There are a lot of fighting types which resist Sucker Punch, and even through a crit, you won't be able to kill them. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. So my verdict is, yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I don't like this team, don't want to say it's a bad team or anything, but I don't like the team. So you can take my feedback, you can ignore it. It's up to you. But yeah, if you guys are sending me Pokemon you would like me to play, first of all, I might not even accept it and just send it back, or you're gonna have a really strong feedback. And yeah, like I said, I'm not sugarcoating these kind of videos. So if you don't like my way of giving this feedback, you can hit that dislike button. But that's just me. That's how I am. And if you do enjoy it or learn something, definitely hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more Pokemon PvP content. And yeah, join our Discord server if you'd like to discuss this game. And yeah, I do want to thank you for sending this team though, Eden. For getting it out there. But yeah, this might not have been what you expected. I'm sorry if that's the case. I do want to be real with my viewers in that sense. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.